welcome to today's reading. Today I have a little bit of a fun one. I wanted to see, what is that ex? Who is this ex that is still thinking about you, wants to say something to you? Maybe there is something left unsaid. What would they say to you if they could? So I have 3 piles for you to choose from. Each will be represented by a different ring. Pile number 1 is the rainbow moonstone ring. Pile number 2 is the flower engraved ring. And pile number 3 is the 2-pair stone ring. So go ahead and take your time, meditate over the cards, and I will have the timestamps down below for you to choose. Pile number 1, if you chose the rainbow moonstone ring, then this is going to be your reading today. So who is this person, this ex, this person from the past, this past connection? Who is this person that wants to say something to you, or that would say something to you if they had a chance, right? 10 of Pentacles. So this could be an earth sign, someone you met at work, someone you view as stable, dependable, down to earth. Maybe this is somebody you saw a legacy with, you saw a family with, you were able to picture, you know, the union, the house, the kids, the, 100 dogs on a farm, like whatever life that you had in mind with each other. If there is a person like that, then this is the person showing up for you. What would they say to you if they could? They might say that they're still obsessed with you, that they still think about you constantly, they still feel connected to you. The devil is passionate but obsessive. It's karmic. It's like, I love you and I hate you at the same time. It's sexy, it's guilty, right? Like I feel guilty that I can't stop thinking about you. Maybe they're in a relationship and they're like, I feel wrong that I still think about you. They could be craving control in the situation even, because the devil is a controlling person. So maybe they themselves are kind of like wanting to make sure you're still obsessed with them even, okay? And then the 3 of Wands is a watching and waiting card. He's looking out over the edge of a cliff, watching ships come in. Maybe they're waiting for a sign from you. Maybe they want, they want a sign that you still care. Again, maybe they just want to make sure you're still obsessed with them. Sometimes people are just unhealthy that way, that they don't even care how you're doing. If you're good, they want to make sure you still love them, even if they don't give a shit about you. Really messed up, but true. And they could also be planning their next step. Maybe even looking forward, trying to move on. What does my life look like without pile 1? What would it look like with pile 1? The past was the devil, and is there a chance to improve upon it and make something better out of this? And maybe they want to say that they recognize that there was toxic patterns, that you guys did go through a lot together and that it wasn't normal. Maybe they want to acknowledge, like, look, that was weird, whatever happened, and I'm not perfect in the situation either, and so I'm sorry for letting you take the blame. I don't know. But why haven't they said it? We have the Oracle or Queen of Cups here. Sensitivity. So perhaps they view you this way, that you are this Queen of Cups. Maybe that you're too good for them, or you're in love even. Maybe you're in a relationship. Maybe they're in a relationship, and this Queen of Cups is keeping them from you. At the same time, maybe they love you, and that is why they have not said it, because they know it would be wrong to come at you with this devil energy, to come at you and say, I'm still obsessed with you. Are you still obsessed with me? Will they ever come forward? We have King of Cups. So there is a good chance that they will, but also this is emotional maturity. So I would say if this is the correct thing to do, then they will. If it's not, then they won't, because they're going to respect you. I mean, the king respects his queen. So maybe they do feel this way, that they feel like you should have been together. Maybe they feel like, I'll always have them in the back of my head. But, I am not going to go in and disrupt this queen's happy life. Maybe at the same time, this is confirmation that yes, absolutely, they're not saying it because you're the queen, but then at the same time, they will say because they're the king, and they can't let that go, right? You're like a perfect pair. I mean, the next card we have for your extra messages is partnership, 2 of Cups. So it's like maybe at the end of the day, you guys are really a true pair, or maybe it's just kind of a met your match moment. Maybe this person is almost like you if you were another person, if you could be split down the middle and made into a new person. Maybe that's you. Maybe you guys just like, it's like looking in a mirror sometimes. You know, sometimes you have those like fourth house connections where you feel like, are you, it's almost like, do I have a long lost sibling I didn't know about? You know, like maybe it's almost like uncanny type of connection. Also, this could say work on your partnership. If you're in a relationship, don't worry about this person. I mean, with the devil card here, there was toxic patterns, there was toxic possessiveness, control. Maybe you always ended up hurt. Maybe no matter what you guys do, there always ends up being that awful cycle. And so maybe that is a message too, that you're in a good partnership. You know, with King of Pentacles, that's completely different than the King of Cups. Maybe you need someone who is less in their emotions, less of that devil, so much passion, there's so much love, there's hate, you know, and it's just this stable energy. Maybe this is just a message to you to focus on your bag, to continue to go to work, to save up your money, to build a home that you want. I mean, the 10 of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, okay? It starts and ends this way. So maybe you both in this pile, them and you. Maybe you're both just in a spot where you need to focus on your abundance, okay? Yeah, will they ever reach out? There's a chance that they could. They're kind of looking at you like, should I or should I not? You know, will any good come of the situation? Because the last couple times it was not good. You know, it didn't work out before. Maybe it won't work out ever. But for your message cards, we have I need time. We have things haven't been the same since we met. We have I chose the wrong one. I'm paying for it. Yeah, so maybe you awoken them. I wanted to say that too with the devil card and I didn't get around to it. But yeah, maybe that's what this King and Queen of Cups is, and this 2 of Cups. Maybe you guys are soulmates in a way, and you awoken that spiritual side of them, and their world literally just hasn't been the same. Maybe they view things differently. Maybe you made them realize that they have more control over themselves in their mind and perhaps their emotions. Maybe you're part of the reason why they can be a King of Cups. I'm kind of sensing that, like, why aren't they reaching out? Because they're sensitive to you. Why would they reach out? Well, they're emotionally mature. Maybe that's just you both in the situation. You're both kings and queens of your emotions now. You don't let your emotions rule you. Maybe you used to be, oh my gosh, you guys, maybe you used to be that back and forth couple that would reach out after it's been a long time. You finally have enough time in between where you think that you've gotten over it, and so instead of just staying over it, you rehash and you message that person or call them, or, you know, I don't know, you run into them when you didn't expect to, and now it starts all over again. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Like, maybe it's just one of those things where you were supposed to awaken something in somebody. I chose the wrong one and I'm paying for it. If it didn't work out before, maybe you didn't take each other seriously initially and it crashed and burned in an ugly way. And now instead of being that king and queen together, it's them choosing somebody else, okay? And they're just trying to move on and be happy. And they're realizing that they would have been happy with you, okay? Maybe that's what they would say to you. I chose the wrong one. I should have chosen you. And with I need more time, maybe they do really want to reach out and apologize or something, but they can't just yet, at least. I chose, oh, I just read that one. You were always really special to me. So yeah, I mean, look at the Devil card. They can't stop thinking about you. So something about you really got to them. Okay. They can't stop thinking about you. They're borderline obsessed. Maybe they are legitimately obsessed with you. You're always in their mind. And yeah, maybe you represented a new beginning. Like I said, if you were the one that awoken something in them and their life has not been the same since, maybe they always will remember you for that. Like, because of pile number 1, I was able to realize my dream career. Because of pile number 1, I was encouraged to go back to school. Because of pile number 1, you know, I'm successful. It's really just a love song. So this is a card I use to kind of represent a turbulent sort of relationship. Or it's something where in the moment it doesn't feel beautiful and perfect, but then you look back and you're like, yeah, that's, classic young love, or, that's something you're always going to take with you and remember. I'm stuck. So they could be stuck. Maybe they're stuck in a relationship. Maybe they're stuck in their head. Maybe they're stuck thinking about you, and that is something they want to say, just like with the Devil in the journey. I'm waiting on you to make a move to show me a sign that you're still obsessed with me too. I kept a trinket to remind me of you. If you gave this person something, they did keep it. If you thought that they threw it away, they did not. If you didn't give this person something, they have something that makes them think of you, whether it's a bracelet you complimented or a shirt that you complimented. Maybe it's just something they got one day that reminded them of you, that, oh, like, you love penguins, and they got a stuffed penguin. And now all the time they're like, oh, there's that stuffed penguin I got that reminds me of pile number 1. I bet they would have liked it. I would have given it to them if I had the chance, I look for you everywhere. I see you in everything. I can't escape you. So yeah, they see strangers and they think, is that pile number 1? They hear someone laugh and they think, whoa, was that pile number 1? Like I said, everything reminds them of you. They wish you were there. They want to share moments with you. If they try a really yummy dessert, they wish they could share a bite with you. If they see a funny movie, they wish that they could have watched it with you. If they see a funny video online, they want to send it to you, but they can't. And with the Devil card, I think that really bothers them. Hand of cards, take a chance, risk, being strategic, options, not showing hand, gambling. So this person might be playing some sort of long game. There are other cards in my message cards that say, I'm keeping tabs on you. I let my friends get involved. I ask about you. So I'm kind of getting that from this Love Oracle card, that perhaps they aren't revealing their true feelings. I mean, obviously the Devil, there's somebody out there that's like obsessed with you, and you might not know that. But they're being strategic. So when they ask about you, they're not making it known that they like you or care about you. They're just like, oh, so what about who was that again? Pile 1? Oh man, I haven't thought about them in forever. What are they up to these days? You heard from them? Oh no, that's crazy. Like, they try to play it cool, okay? When you're playing poker or any sort of gambling, you need to hide your tell, right? You can't be showing your hand here, or you're going to lose out on monies. So this person perhaps is taking a risk here. And I don't know. Maybe they have something up their sleeve. Maybe they really are planning on reaching out. With the 3 of Wands, it's like they're waiting for the right time. This isn't saying they're not going to reach out. I do see them as, as the emotionally mature person, which is nice. But that doesn't mean an emotionally mature person doesn't reach out. Maybe they're just waiting for the correct time. Maybe they're waiting for your birthday. They want to say, hey, I know I haven't, spoken to you for a long time, but happy birthday. And I wanted to apologize for how things ended. Or I want to apologize for our last message. I said something that I didn't mean, and it's like this really mature standpoint. And they are trying to come off as just the bigger person. Maybe they're trying to come off as the bigger person, but really they might want you to want to start something again. So I guess it's up to you if you want to do that. Again, if you're in a relationship and you just are here for fun, yeah, maybe they see that and they're jealous and they just want to make sure that you're still obsessed with them. People are like that. They're possessive. That's kind of the devil. That's possessive and it's not loving. It doesn't mean you can't have love here with the devil card here, but maybe that's what they want to talk about too. In the past, they were toxic, but they've done a lot of thinking and now they're the King of Cups, okay? This is kind of an interesting read. I'd love to hear about this person if you want to tell me about it. But yeah, I think in the meantime, you're just meant to focus on your abundance, your work. Keep your head down and do what you're supposed to do. 15:15 on the clock right when I said that. Maybe look that up for yourself. My dog's about to drink water, so I'm gonna go, but it's been great reading for you. Please like, share, subscribe, comment below if this resonated, and I hope to see you in a future reading. Thank you, pile number 1. Hello there, pile number 2, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the flower engraved ring, then this is your reading. Your person today that wants to reach out to you or that would say something to you if they had the chance is represented by 6 of Swords. I keep saying King of Swords. I had to restart this video a couple times because we have King of Swords here at the bottom. That was the, or not the bottom, but that was the last card that I pulled. So yes, real quick, I guess I want to say that maybe right now there's 6 of Swords, but perhaps they want to be that King of Swords, or maybe in the past they were, or maybe they're on their way to being that, right? So maybe they are thinking about what they want to say. But with the Knight of Pentacles, what do they want to say to you? Maybe they want to have a long conversation, maybe they want to say they care deeply in a slow, steady, stable, secure, abundant kind of way. Maybe they want to build abundance. Maybe they want to say, like, I want to really try. I want us to actually work on us, and maybe that's what it is. I want us to do the work, okay? It's not a page, it is a knight. So he's got some sort of idea here of what it takes, and he wants to do that. Why aren't they saying it? The Fool. So maybe they feel as if they're blindly jumping if they were to do this, Maybe they feel as though they can't, or that you would think that they're a fool. Maybe they feel foolish to even consider this. If you already broke up, maybe they feel like it would be a kind of brainless move to try to do this, okay? You also got the Wheel. That's the Wheel of Fortune. So maybe they feel as though the cycle has ended, but at the same time, maybe they feel like if they took that blind leap, there's a chance, okay? It's like winning the lottery. You either win or you don't. So they're like, I can either buy this ticket and take a chance, take a leap, see if it works, or I can accept this cycle as over. Will they ever reach out? We got Death and Rebirth. So this doesn't mean that they won't, but it might mean that they won't until they have transformed. And like I said, maybe they're waiting until they're the King of Swords that knows exactly what they want to say. Maybe they have to think through everything first. They certainly don't want to stutter over their words. They want to come in, in tip-top shape. So yeah, maybe that is the extra secret special message there, is that this person wants to be very articulate when they speak to you. Maybe you are very articulate. Maybe that's what didn't work out before, is that intellectually you were on different levels, and so they want to come back and say, look, I'm as smart as you, something like that. I don't know. For your message cards, we have I choked. Yeah, oh my gosh. Okay, I do this sometimes where I don't pay much attention to the oracles and the message cards as I'm reading the tarot, but yeah, like I was saying, maybe they struggled with their words, collecting their thoughts. Maybe they were just intellectually not on the same level as you. I mean, the swords are, it could totally be that energy of I choked. Especially Six of Swords. Maybe they're like, you know, I messed that up. I'm, you know, running away from this turbulent ending we had. And yeah, maybe they choked. Maybe it was on them. They should have spoken up for you. They should have been there for you. Maybe they should have admitted their feelings. I love you and I want to try this a real chance. And they didn't. My favorite type of ice is broken. Yeah, so I'm getting a lot of they struggle to be the ones to reach out. So they want to say these things to you, but they kind of feel foolish. They kind of feel like they haven't got the chance. I mean, the Wheel of Fortune can be a very positive card. Like, you know, they feel as though they have the opportunity maybe, but they might feel as though they're going in blind. And again, they might want to be a new person before this happens, which, you know, if we're always waiting for the perfect time, that's never going to come and it's never going to happen. And they might be kind of struggling with that realization within themselves, which our next card here is light bulb realization. Yeah, maybe they just had that realization there's never going to be the right time. I'm going to have to maybe look foolish, or I'm going to have to step it up and fix myself before I come towards you. Yeah, light bulb. Maybe they realize they love you. Or maybe, yeah, maybe they realized the error of their ways in the situation and they want to come back correct. And, you know, with a real plan, with something steady in mind. The King of Swords is like, yeah, I thought about it and I love you. You know, it's not like the King of Cups where he's like, I'm in love with you. You're everything. I can write songs about you. But the King of Swords is like, yes, you're the one for me. Like, they've decided, okay? So maybe that's them. I've decided, oh, pile number 2, that's the one for me. Withholding the truth is still a lie. So that could have been the problem that you guys had. Maybe they withheld the truth. Maybe you withheld the truth, okay? Maybe this is just a warning to you if you want to start a relationship to start it correctly, because if you start things on a lie, it's just going to grow that way. Maybe that's what happened and that's why it didn't work out the first time with you. I'm keeping tabs on you. So this person is totally stalking your socials. If you guys have mutual friends, they ask about you. If you have mutual coworkers, they ask about you. You know, they check in to see what you're up to these days, your whereabouts. And then you don't like me, or so maybe there's mixed feelings. Maybe you try to hide your feelings. Maybe they try to hide their feelings, okay? And you guys go back and forth with this like, are we, aren't we? Do you or don't you? You know, maybe you've tried to be the forthcoming one and say that you like them, and then they don't reciprocate, and then they do that, and then now you're not in the mood, you know? So it's like that back and forth thing of, it's just immature energy is really what it is. I know you, don't I? So as you can see, there's a heart in that thought bubble with question marks. So yeah, maybe you met this person and you thought to yourself, they seem kind of familiar. You know, I knew you before. Did I meet you out in the hallway earlier and forget? You know, it's like you feel like you've seen them before, they're familiar. And that could be how you feel about this person. That could be how they feel about you. That you guys were kind of always meant to meet. That maybe you've known each other over lifetimes or something. And then I want to put a baby in you. Oh, so yeah, maybe this person is really into you. Maybe they really want a family with you, or maybe they just, you know, want to do some sexy things with you in a naughty way. It's kind of like a devil card, as you can see with the horns and the tail. Yeah, take that for whatever resonates. And then your love oracle card is talking, interested, conversing more, awaited message arrives, text, call, email, hoovering. So you're the only one, I think, that got a very clear message. Like, I'm pretty sure that they're like pile number 2. I'm pretty sure they are going to reach out. They just are in the midst of gathering their wits about them is kind of what I see. Like, they feel, maybe they're embarrassed. Maybe they've never asked someone out before, or maybe they're embarrassed to like crawl back to you, you know? But yeah, I mean, I see this is saying something arrives. So maybe you just get the answer that you were wanting, even, or were waiting for. Maybe it's not the answer you want, but you at least get the answer, which is something you want. You know, it's closure of some kind. Maybe you hear it through the grapevine. You know, maybe they've been asking about you, and it finally gets back to you that they've been asking about you, and you're like, what, really, me? Okay. Yeah, I don't know, pile number 2. This one's kind of juicy. I feel like this might be somebody who maybe it's not even fully an ex. Maybe it's just somebody that kind of gave up on the connection before it really had a chance, because they feel like, you know, perhaps the Wheel of Fortune is you. Maybe they feel like you are everything. You've got it all, and they feel like a fool. But I see that realization hitting, you know, that my favorite type of ice is broken. They want to have a conversation with you. I think they want you to be the one to open that door for them. All these people too scared to be the ones to make the first move. But yeah, with talking, maybe this person like is in your day-to-day life, and they really want to say something like this, like, I want to establish a steady connection, you know, but they're like, how do I say this? Like, I want to date pile number 2. I don't want them to think that I want to casually see them one time and then be done, you know. And again, maybe with light bulb, they've only just realized this for themselves. Maybe this is someone you've known a long time, and they're just realizing, like, uh-oh, I have a crush on pile number 2. Like, maybe that's the death and rebirth thing. Maybe they have just had this transformative realization where it's like, oh shoot, I really do have feelings for pile number 2, you know. So pile number 2, that was fun. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, share, subscribe. I would love to see you in a future reading. Yeah, comment down below what part of this reading resonated the most for you, and I'd like to know who this person is, because I'm nosy. Thank you. Come again. Bye-bye. Number 3. Today has been the day of interruptions. Oh my goodness. So I started your pile. I really got through most of the cards, and then my dog wanted to play with me. So then I went to go play with him, and then I came back and I finished it, and then I realized your pile was very short. And I think it's because it's a lot less complicated than the rest, but I wanted to redo it because that's just not fair for you to have like a 5-minute pile while everyone else had 10 or 15 minutes. So I'm redoing this. Same cards. If you chose, first of all, the double pair ring, then this is your reading. Who is coming in for you? Sorry, this was upside down. So we had the Magician in reverse. This person could be somebody that doesn't realize the potential they have. They don't realize their power. Maybe you view them as somebody who is, you know, a natural manifester. You know, maybe you've seen them speak what they want into their life, and it just happens. And they think, oh yeah, you know, things just happen for me sometimes. But you're like, do you not realize that you're the one doing this? That you're the one, you know, calling to the universe with what you want and getting it, you know? At the same time, this could be someone who is deceptive. So the Magician, on the one hand, he does fun party tricks, but then, you know, his worst traits here are going to be that he's just a lying, cheating person. He wants your money. He wants the good parts of you for bad reasons, you know. Maybe you viewed this person that way. I'm hearing maybe this person only wanted one thing from you, or that's how you felt, okay? But this person, what do they want to say to you? They're coming at you as the Page of Swords. So this is blunt energy. This is young energy. This is straight to the point. This is perhaps a little bit rude with the delivery because you didn't think it through very clearly, you know, but you're just saying what you want to say, which seems like, you know, based on these other cards might be, I really love you. You're perfect. I want to try again. I want to go on a date. You know, I think you're my soulmate, you know. But why aren't they saying it? The Empress. Yeah, so this could be you. They could be viewing you as somebody who is above them. Maybe you have it all. You're independent on your own. You're beautiful, you know. At the same time, I took this card to mean or they are waiting on nature to take its course, right? The Empress is very Mother Nature And so maybe they are, you know, waiting for things to naturally fall into place. But then with the Ten of Cups and the Two of Cups for will they say anything, I think the answer is yes. You know, they see that, if anything, again with the Empress card, they want things to flow naturally. They don't want to force it. Maybe that's like their magician issue, is they want things to just happen, but they don't realize that they have to be the ones to act and manifest this thing, you know. Yeah, they might be sitting back and trying to see where you are first. If you make a clear sign, all these people, they want signs. They want you to make this grand gesture first. But you know what? Sometimes somebody else just has to, you know, stand up and do the thing. But yeah, with Two of Cups and Ten of Cups, I think they think you guys will inevitably end up together. They think it's a natural progression that will happen. Maybe they think that they're not the ones that has to do the work to get there, but I think they are. Yeah, you know, they, like I said, they don't see themselves as someone who can manifest this, but I think you do. You see them as somebody who's not using their power. Maybe you see them as someone that just won't pick up their phone and call you or text you, you know, or whatever. But then for your extra messages, Eight of Pentacles and the Lover's card, I'm saying just keep doing you. Just focus on your daily routines, go to work, you know, build your empire here, build your pentacles. You know, what comes after the Eight of Pentacles is the Nine of Pentacles, which is a very independent, abundant lady who has everything that she needs for herself, and she doesn't need nobody, but she can choose to take on that, you know, that final pentacle to make a 10, which that's the Ten of Cups, of course. But yeah, it's up to you. Do you want to be independent, the Empress, all on your own, or will you accept this person? They right now seem to think that nature will naturally bring you guys back together again, which yeah, is very magician, upside down, lazy. I think he's somebody who should probably write himself up and actually make the effort. Something I focused on earlier too when I was filming this the first time is that that candle is lit at both ends. So maybe he, you know, he as in the magician, this could be a girl, this can be anybody, but maybe this person was dating around, is what I want to say. Maybe they were seeing a couple people at the same time and you were not. Maybe you were like, what's the point? Why would I need to date multiple people at the same time? I was interested in you. I thought you were interested in me, you know? And they're like, well, I mean, yeah, I am, but I thought you were seeing other people. Like, that's what people do, you know? And so you're like, maybe now you're seeing them this way. They acted like they wanted you, but now you see them like, okay, well, if you wanted me, why are you dating other people? You know, like, I wouldn't do that to you. So yeah, I mean, I'm kind of sensing that from this pile. Like, maybe you guys are like a young energy, whether you're actually young in age or not. Maybe this was like a newly established relationship and you went in it more serious than they did. And so now all of a sudden that it's over, they're realizing like, okay, I get it now. Like, I do want seriousness. I want a couple. I want a partnership. I want a family. I want the Ten of Cups. I want my lovers, you know. Yeah, maybe you awoken that in them, the maturity. Going on to your message cards, I'm going to read your love oracle first. I just feel called to. Karmic relationship, camera. So karmic relationship, fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go, and loving you. So yeah, again, this could be literally a karmic relationship, or maybe this was just a karmic time, okay? Maybe you were always supposed to disappoint each other the first time, okay? This, I'm not getting a lot of negativity here, except for maybe you didn't deserve that. And of course, karmic relationships. So maybe something did go wrong here. Or like I said, maybe they were dating a few people and you were only seeing them and that didn't jive with you, and that's totally fine. And honestly, pile number 3, you don't have to take anybody back if you don't want to, okay? If you want to decide, you know, you had your chance and you lost it, then that's cool. That's up to you. They it looks like they want a partnership with you, but yeah, only you know for sure if this person is actually worth the second or whichever number chance they're on. I see you and all of a sudden I'm in Paris. That's a really wonderful card because it's like, you know, when someone just makes you feel like you're on vacation, like you have a break from your regular world. Oh, and I'm realizing I didn't read camera here. Reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past, make memories. So yeah, I mean, like I said, with this whole karmic thing, maybe they were supposed to mess up. Maybe they were always going to mess up regardless of how it was. And they were supposed to look back and go, okay, that's not how you treat people. Okay, you know, I have to not do this anymore and I can't act like that. And also maybe they're looking back on that time you had together. Maybe it was fleeting, maybe it was long, and they're just looking at it like, man, they were a special person, or that was a fun time, or you know, all of a sudden maybe they're like, man, we could have actually had a good relationship if I had even tried a little, you know. Because I'm kind of getting that from the magician too. It's like they're not even trying. Like, you're a magician, all you got to do is like snap your fingers and flames come out of your fingertips, you know, but you're not even trying. My friends bring you up. So maybe people are like, hey, what happened to pile number 3? I thought you guys were so good together. What happened to pile number 3? Like, I thought you were gonna date them, or, you know, I thought you guys were really gonna be a good couple and get married, or whatever they want to say. And you're like, yeah, I messed that up. Thanks for reminding me. They are, not you. But yeah, maybe they're like, yeah, you know, I fumbled it. I fumbled the bag. I never want to be without you, yet here I am. Yeah, so maybe they never had the intention of losing you. Maybe they, with the candle burning at both ends, maybe at the same time, they just didn't take you to be as special as you were. Maybe they were constantly doing other things instead of, you know, going out with you. Maybe they were telling you that they were busy, and then they'd say, oh yeah, I'm going with my friend to this place real quick. And you were like, that's not how you treat me. It's not like every waking moment has to be for you, but it should, you know, be higher up on the list of priorities. You know, that sort of thing. Like, maybe they realize all of a sudden, like, oh, I thought you'd always be there, and I messed it up, and now you're not. So I want to come back. Yeah, I can see that with the 10 of Cups and the 2 of Cups and the Lovers. They want to come back. And even though they're a magician, they're upside down and they don't know how to do that, when maybe the answer is to pick up the phone and call you. You didn't deserve that. So yeah, maybe if they were dating around and you didn't like that, maybe they're admitting that was messed up of them. If they said the wrong thing, they realize this now. If they didn't do enough, they can look back now and see where they could have improved, okay? You put a curse on me. They feel obsessed with you. They feel like they can't get you out of their head. They feel like you know, did some magic on them, and now you're they're doomed to always think about you. Pile number 3. You're the reason I drink or drank. Yeah, maybe they used to try to drown their sorrows, or they currently are. Maybe when they drink too, they remember all these things that they wish they didn't have to think about that happened with you. You know, maybe they drink and their friends bring you up, and you just they go off on this big tangent. Well, I thought we were being casual, and then they were being serious, and then I ruined it, and now I'm sure they expect an apology from me, but I'm not gonna be the one to make the first move, but we could have been perfect for each other. You know what I mean? So it kind of sounds like this person, it's up to them to like come correct. You know, you're the Empress and they know that, and like maybe that's the problem, that they feel kind of inferior to you. But you know what? You can either level up and match the Empress energy, or you can, you know, decide to miss out on all these wonderful cups and lovers and beautiful things. Yeah, but again, I think part of them wants nature to take its course. And you know what? If it says karmic relationship, so if they don't make a move here and you don't make a move, I want to say the universe is probably going to bring you guys together in some capacity. I mean, with the Lovers and the 2 of Cups, I feel like this maybe is a destined thing. Maybe this wasn't even fully an ex. Like, I was saying, maybe you guys were just kind of talking. It was just the talking stage, and you know, it didn't work out, and you guys are both just like kind of in an immature energy, but not in a bad way. Maybe you're both kind of in page energy when it comes to each other and communication. Yeah, but pile number 3, that is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you comment down below and let me know who this is, because I'm nosy and I'd love to know. Please comment, like, subscribe. I'd love to see you in a future video. And yes, it's been wonderful. Thank you for coming again. Bye-bye.